All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is System, and I'm trying to do some things. I am definitely trying to do some things. First and foremost, though, I am tired of the service in this establishment. I swear, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes waiting for my order to get taken, and I swear nobody's around. Where is all of the service in this establishment? Sigh. uh it's so good. Let me pull up the actual screen. All right, perfect. So I was messing around. I've been doing some building in the deep dark, and I haven't done a whole lot since the last time I've shown off what I've done on stream. But just for a number of reasons, I was looking at new building blocks, especially the stuff that we've gotten in the 2.8 update, which again, Minions has finally updated to 2.8.4. So we've got all of the cool stuff from like Et Futurum. We've got all of the cool stuff from like all of the other things. And the one thing that I've always neglected to play around with is carpenter's blocks. And not that I necessarily regret not using carpenter's blocks, but it has been neglected. So I decided to give it a shot, and one of the first things I tried were flower pots, because I thought that it would be kind of neat to see what some of the interesting Greg Tech textures do when they're wrapped on a flower pot. And believe it or not, this flower pot is that is a LSC, like the LSC block, the Lapatronic superconductor. Hey John, what's up, my dude? But yeah, it looks really cool, and so I threw that in there, and then I did this too, just to see what this would look like, and like this alone right here gives me so many ideas for a new build, or perhaps a new style of building, where I actually use like some Greg Tech blocks in Carpenter's blocks, and mix some really cool textures, and do some cool things like that. So I love that song. But yeah, so with that in mind, I actually tried some other blocks. Where's my test over here? So yeah, I just grabbed some flower pots, and I tried some different blocks in here. And I really like this one. This one's actually the sterile water plant casing. This one is the electrode that you put inside the linear accelerator. This one is, I believe this one is actually the block that you use for the synchrotron. This is one of the QFT blocks, which is also this one. It's like, look at this. This is just like, it's just cool. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but I just like how interesting that ends up being. This one here was, what was this one? I don't remember actually. This one is actually a ME controller. This is the neutronium cell that you use with the ME controller. This is a redstone lamp, which actually also looks really cool. So again, food for thought. There's just it's some things that I'm going to think about moving forward to incorporate into some of the builds that I might do. And I'm just gonna leave this these pieces up here as a test for the moment. Let me get back to the build, because I haven't done a whole lot. It controls the me. So this is the deep dark, and I've already kind of redone this landing area here. Of course, this is where the original portal block went. But yeah, I put in a little bit of. I haven't done anything here yet. I need to redo this one too. But yeah. So this is the current state of my build out here in the deep dark. So, um, the way I wanted to do it was first floor is the void miners, which are again, they're all running still. Perfect, very nice, very fantastic. Floor 2 is going to be where the final spot where the ME controller and like the quantum ring and all that goes. And then floor 3 was supposed to be where the elevator up was going to go, but due to the limitations of elevators, I ended up having to put the elevator at this level. It couldn't go any lower. So I'm gonna end up doing maybe like a little tower on the top of the third floor, which actually gives me a really interesting idea of having almost like parapets or some sort of like castle tower type things over here in the four corners, and then also mirroring that in the center, so that I can kind of mask or deflect how strange it is to have the elevator blocks like hanging in midair like this. Um so yeah, we're gonna work on that. I might, I might, but yeah, I don't know if that works in the deep dark, because actually here, I'll even show this off really quickly, because even just the deep dark portal itself sucks, because we've got our deep dark portal in the PDIM, but when I click it, I go back to the overworld, and not that that's an issue. I'm essentially invincible, but it's annoying to have to come out here and then warp home. I kind of wish that I could make some sort of like two-way deep dark portal, you know, type thing to go to the PDIM directly. Um, yeah. So it is what it is. And then let's see. Oh yeah, and I don't know if anybody's seen this, but Shiny Bucket was streaming relatively recently, so I put a bell out just in honor of seeing Shiny do the thing. So yeah, it might be teleposer time, like John is mentioning, and I could very easily just put the teleposer in this space, so that wouldn't be any issue. But anyway, let's get back down here. Let's show off a little bit for anybody that hasn't seen what I've got going on. I started this build. I'm trying to do some detailing here and there. I am planning on having some dioramas, or like think like picture boxes of some type over in these four corners to to show off kind of a diorama of each of these four biomes, one in each corner. If nothing else, to have a little bit of color out here in the deep dark. But yeah, I might not have to worry about injecting any color out here in the deep dark, because as you can see, I have a waypoint over here. As I was circling around, um, uh, John, of course, knows better than anybody, but he was talking about he got sucked into a hungry node on his hardcore run relatively recently, and I was like, oh yeah, that almost happened to me too. So yeah, it's a shame that happened to you, my guy. But I know that you've already moved on to bigger and better things. But as I was looking around for that hungry node that I have out here, which is, where are you? Is it you? Yeah, I've got a hungry node out here somewhere. But it's like directly on this path. But as I was going, I was like, wait, what is this? What is this? What is this? Got a whole damn tank biome out here in the deep dark. So unfortunately, either I keep this unloaded like the entire time, basically, or it's probably going to take over the whole damn thing, you know. Yeah, I did just pass it, didn't I? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that's the one. That's the boy right there. This guy almost got me. Now again, I'm in infinity armor, so I think I'm immune, but I don't want to test it. And what's funny is I was out here in this general location, and I tabbed out to look at something, and as I tabbed back in, I was slowly moving sideways, and I didn't know what was going on until I realized what was going on. So yeah, we're gonna stay away from that and the taint biome. I don't know if we're going to fix the taint biome, but if it spreads, if it starts spreading for real, we're going to have to deal with it. But I just wanted to show that off really quickly. When I showed this off the last time, I was saying that I really like the detailing I've got out here, but I didn't like this little cut in like this, the way that it was, and so I had set up a test over here where I did a test that looks like this, where it was almost like a glass pocket type thing. And then I also did this, which was kind of emulating what it looks like on the inside. What I think I'm gonna do, and actually I'll test it right here, just so I don't mess anything else up. Let's get this test going. How about just like that? See, I think I like this better than this for the outside. And like this doesn't really bother me too much. And it kind of looks cool in that like it gives this it's great anti-block. Ooh, hold on. So I was gonna use some gray anti-blocks in or not specifically gray, but I was gonna use like black anti-block in the moon diorama for the sky. And perhaps I was gonna use like the light blue anti-block for the sky in the twilight diorama. um hmm well, it's definitely not gonna be this one, so let's try a thing. Do we have any anti-blocks made? Oh, of course not. All right, hold on a minute. I think regular gray would be the play here. Oh, all right, this one. Oh, that's actually not a problem. That's actually not a problem. Hold on. Oh, that is a problem. Let's go to the right screen. All right. Um, that'll be fine. And this was circuit 24. Oop. Let's see. 2-4. Yeah, you got to learn that thing. Yeah, it's so nice. It's such a nice quality of life thing. And a little birdie's even told me that you don't even have to go to the moon to get it. And if you're really brave, you don't have to go to the moon or do meteors. So, well, depending on how kooky you want to get with it, I know that you can get you can use andesite, I think, is the raw material to get the thing, and then you can also do the stabaloid trick, which is fun in and of itself. Let's see what this looks like. Ah, you know what? I programmed it in and I didn't order any. Yeah, you can literally do a no rocket and no meteor run. I don't know how far you can get, but it's legitimate. You can do it. Then gray. Let's see what you look like. Man, I like the fact that it's a connected texture. I just wish it didn't have this hard outline. The hard outline doesn't bother me necessarily, but I would have to build around that. Yeah, and hey, John, honestly, I've been thinking about now Minions Run is nowhere near done. And I don't have enough free time at the moment to even consider something new. But I have been trying to think about, like, once this run is done, what would be the next GTNH run that I would do. And in the past I've been thinking about a Steam only run, but that might be too grindy in the wrong direction. The doing like a no rocket run would be a lot of fun. I think that might end up being my next GTNH project, if you want to call it that. Where are you? Yeah, the Minions run here. We're in UIV and we're getting ready to step very gingerly into the next tier. Oh, yeah, the April Fool's one is a lot of fun, doing like the Steam Gate and all of that stuff. That would be a lot of fun. Um yeah, Steam Gate would be a lot of fun, actually. So see, this still isn't necessarily what I want out of this build, but it's better than what it was. So how about this? Take a look at this side as it is, and then we'll go over here and look at this side as it is, and you can kind of see what I mean. Like, I like the other side way better, even if it's not like 100% what I want. That little bit of detail right there just feels like it gives the whole side a little bit of a different feel. Yeah, I like that. And working with this monochrome palette, um I'm having to kind of, like, you know fudge things on the fly and figure out what actually works in the space. That's been a little bit difficult at times. Another thing is we are going to emulate these windows on the second floor. So the interior walls are pretty much going to look, um, I think, almost exactly the same. With Thaumcraft Thaumium blocks. Oh, yeah. I don't know, but actually, there's a lot of cool textures there. Really, this is really cool texture. I like this lattice texture. Like, it almost looks like a weaved pattern. Void metal. Ooh, void meta. Void metal block. What kind of cool stuff do you got? I don't know. Void stone looks kind of cool. I'm not making a void stone build, but this would go really hard. This would be really cool. Think like a void stone build over there by the taint biome. That would be pretty epic. Okay. So the way this path is going to work is there's a continuous ramp up, and this goes to the second floor. You can come out here, drop down to the first, or there's a ramp right here. It's going to be up to the third floor, and then over here, some way, somehow, there's going to be another set of ramps or stairs, perhaps, that will lead up to this short tower to get to the elevator. And again, just to make it look less so that it doesn't stick out so much, I'm gonna end up putting some almost like castle like towers on the four corners of this build over here, and here. But I have no idea what those are gonna look like. The only thing is that I do want to have a drop shaft that goes from the very top floor all the way through to go down to the bottom, so that this build would be fun to run through if you're on foot or if you're flying. I'm trying to think about like maybe anybody that would download the world, which Potato did post a world download when he updated us to 2.8.4, and that was, I think he did that like the day before he started his streamathon. So for anybody that doesn't know, this is Random Potato's community run, and he is currently doing a streamathon. I'm almost positive he's still live right now. um I'm having fun watching that because I think it's funny watching his subathon timer go upwards every day. um that's pretty funny to me. But yeah, he's doing a good job, and you know, congratulations to him. Potato made Partner Plus just within the last couple days, I believe. He's Partner Plus tier 1. It would take another few months for him to get Partner Plus tier 2, as far as I know. But hypothetically speaking, he's on his way. And then your boy System here barely knows how to stream anymore, but that should be getting better. Now, I haven't done any of my IRL stuff that's going to allow me to stream more just yet. But I am there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and the light at the end of that tunnel does mean that at least in theory, I should have more free time, or like more quality free time and some of that is going to be used to stream more. So When that starts, I don't know, because I still need to figure out some IRL things, but like for example, I went to the DMV today. I woke up late. I kind of overslept my alarms. I was gonna be up in the morning and I wasn't. So overslept my alarms. Went down to the DMV. The DMV was packed at like 12:30 or whatever time I got there. I walked in, took one look, and turned right back around because there's no way. So there is a chance that I'm either going to set all of my alarms again, or perhaps maybe I pull an all nighter tonight and go to the DMV tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Like walk in the door with the workers. So I might literally just pull an all nighter to get plates for my car. um that sounds silly, but man, it was so packed in there. I just don't really want to sit in those crowds, honestly. I had to the other day, actually, this is funny. How about this? Let me tell you this whole story. So I haven't owned a vehicle in a few years, so I needed to get a personal property waiver from the county. And hey, for real, right, Kaiser? It's crazy. So so I had to get a personal property waiver to even think about getting my plates, and I had to go to the county government office, which is, you know, right up the street, but still. I walked in there, and this was like January 2nd, you know what I mean? Packed, like wall to wall packed. Like there was like 4 or 5 chairs left in the whole thing. Um so uh I didn't think about it. Like I just kind of like rolled out of bed, put my pants on that I had been wearing at work the night before, and ran up there to get my personal property waiver, okay? And I work in retail, okay? So as I'm being told to empty out my pockets and go through the metal detector, why did I still have my box cutter and my case cutter in my pockets? And I put them on the tray on the shelf, and the cop looks at me like I'm the you know, number one dumbass of the day, and I'm like, oh man, I work in retail. I gotta go to work right after this. Like, I apologize. And he's like, you can't have these in here. I'm like, yeah, I know. I have to go to work right after this. He's like, go put them in your car. And I'm like, yes, sir. So I had to walk all the way out there, and actually it's you know, funny but not funny, but I left my belt sitting on the counter. So I'm like walking back out to my car holding up my pants because I left my box cutter in my pocket. And it was just yeah, your boy's system, his brain cells aren't all there sometimes. But yeah, it was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. It took me I had to wait for 30 minutes to get my name called for the first line. They took all of my information, and then I had to sit back down and wait 30 more minutes to get my waiver, just to get the slip of paper that says, yeah, he doesn't owe any taxes. He hasn't owed anything in a while. Like that took like over an hour of my time, and I'm not even, and that isn't even the horror story, you know what I mean? Like there's probably people that spend like 3 or 4 or 5 times as long getting even less done. So so yeah, I agree with you guys, you know. I am definitely a proponent of uh if we have government, the governance should be good and it should be for the people, and it just really doesn't feel like it is sometimes. But also at the same time, for a multitude of reasons, I do try to avoid politics in general. You guys can talk about it all you want, but I generally try to not talk about it because nothing good comes of it. uh talking about it on stream with no agency and no power to change. So oh shoot. I do run ads in a 3-minute block once per hour so that Twitch doesn't run pre-rolls on people that come in midstream. So when the ad starts, feel free to get up, get a drink, get a snack, bio break, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Do what you need to do to make your life better, and I'm just going to continue building. And yeah, John, no, seriously, even here in my county, I could have gotten my legs swept at that moment. It could have been actually bad. And this is after buying my car from the chief of police. It could have literally been bad. Oh, and I'm gonna put the anti-blocks away for the moment. I don't think we're gonna use those right now, but yeah, I might try that again. But yeah, I could have easily gotten knocked to the ground, I guess fortunately for me, and probably fortunately for everybody, honestly, they weren't on high alert for any specific reason. So yeah, no kidding. Okay. Yeah, I'm just putting cobble in here because I needed a filler block, and it does help me it'll help me differentiate levels if I ever actually accidentally break through the floor for whatever reason. I'll know that is the middle, and I don't have to do anything special. Let's see. Bedrockium. Oh my. It's funny that you mentioned that because we've been having problems with we're making our Bedrockium in the DTPF now, and the DTPF has been jammed and or clogged almost every single day I've came on, and it's probably clogged right now. I don't even want to look at it. I wasn't planning on doing that much tech today. I am, at least in theory, I'm streaming today and tomorrow. I want to try to do like building today and just kind of chitter chatter, shooting the breeze. And then tomorrow, I want to try to do some legitimate tech progression. Last week, a few like 4 or 5 days ago, I actually programmed in all of the UMV components, and the only thing that's stopping us from going to UMV is building the control circuit for the pseudo stable black hole generator. That big multi-block. That's gonna be a mess. And I'm just gonna use the one that's on the wiki because I've been trying to come up with my own control circuit, and I am absolutely drawing a blank. But the one on the wiki is like the wiki's control circuit reminds me of universal automation, and I'm just like, I'm at the point where I actually hate universal automation, or at least the universal 1.0 that uses red power. um I really, the red power automation really was annoying because it was constantly breaking and is constantly not really doing what it was supposed to do. But yeah, I'm going to end up doing red power automation for our first black hole. For anybody that doesn't know what a black hole is, that gives you the super dense plates. Um, uh, there is something in mid game called the hip compressor, which gives you super dense plates. But at a certain point, you have to make the black hole generator to move on. And once we got the control circuit up on the black hole, we can upgrade our component assembly lines to UIV. We can make the God Forge. We can do star matter. We can do like, oh, there's all sorts of stuff that unlocks. Like, I don't even know all of what unlocks, but we would have like smooth sailing into UMV, which is the second to last tier. Um, we're in UIV. UMV is next. UXV is the final tier for now. And we're almost there. And honestly, I think once we get into UMV, it's gonna end up being nothing but waiting. Once we build the God Forge, we're going to have to pump a bunch of energy into it and do upgrades, and then we're gonna have to build Eye of Harmonies, and we're gonna have to pump a bunch of upgrades in the Eye of Harmonies. So sir, is it in your head? Because I know I've got one too. uh, the smoothest plane in all of existence. uh, uh, um, but yeah, once we start doing Godforge upgrades and Eye of Harmony upgrades, it's literally like the game literally slows down to a crawl. There really won't be a whole lot to do other than come online, start a craft or start an upgrade or whatever it is, and then come back in 6 8 12 hours when the whole thing is finally like finished. And I don't even know all of what that will entail. I just know that there's a whole lot of waiting. So that's kind of the reason why I'm already starting to plot out what my next GTNH run will be, because at a certain point, really, really soon, there isn't going to be anything else to stream here on Minions other than well, first of all, progress. I can always show off progress, but all I will be able to do here is creative building, because everything else is going to take 12 hours to craft. And I have plenty of creative builds that I want to do, but yeah, I even named the previous stream building with Big Dum Dum. um there's only so much building I can do before my mind gets mushy, and I want to do something else, like whether that be tech or exploration or something like that. So I am trying to figure out what my next streaming play is going to be. And yeah. um I might just run another GTNH run. I might do another GTNH hardcore run, which, I should mention this. I finally did find I had found my my hardcore season 3 save in an old instance, that I had upgraded from dailies a long time ago, but it had gotten corrupted. So I think Hardcore Season 3, which I thought I was going to revive, is actually still going to be dead. Um, unless I can get somebody to look at at the reason why it got corrupted. Also, yeah, John, I was going to mention that too because John and I had started a hardcore world where we didn't really have any specific set of rules for it, but I was calling it the Don't Die run because that was the specific rule because it was a hardcore run. We could do Don't Die version 2. That would be fun. I really wanted to I wanted to do some like cozy small scale builds in Don't Die. Um that got me, and that was really stupid on my part. So I was in a spot that wasn't 100% safe, and I tabbed out to look at I was looking at some sort of like a wiki page that was talking about the differences between 2.7 and 2.8 or whatever. Like it was something like that. It might have been like a GitHub like the repo or whatever. um anyway a thunderstorm hit while I was tabbed out, and what I heard a lightning strike, and then I heard growling, and then I tabbed back in, and I got shot in the face by a Gatling skeleton, and that was it. And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 no!" So yeah, I died in the river like a loser. Yeah, that was really bad. I've never I've never failed that hard in a hardcore run before, and that was entirely on me. Yeah, it was just dumb. It was bad timing and also bad decision making. So yeah, it was like I probably would have been okay because I like again I was just tabbing out to see the changes in the whatever the thing was that I was looking up. Like I don't even remember at this point because as soon as I tabbed back over, like adrenaline hit and my brain went blank. You know how that goes. My brain is blank on a regular basis anyway. uh, I could do some creative builds in here, but yeah, I might just I know a lot of people that watch GTNH streams want to watch GTNH progress. So, yeah. So we need to make a questionable decisions club. Oh man. Yeah, questionable decisions club. Like, hi, hey, it's your boy System coming live to you from the county jail. I got locked up for having a box cutter in the government office. If you guys could like and subscribe and bail me out of jail. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay, so I need a bunch of tinted glass now. Okay, I'll throw you in there. Oh man. Let's see what else is new. I like that. I like that emote. Oh, speaking of, I did relatively recently. I've got some new emotes too. So let me oh, I think I've shown these off recently, but let me just put these out anyway. See, I got this. Let's hit enter on that, and then I also have this and this and this. Lots of fun things. Yeah, lots of fun things. um, I was planning on getting some more emotes. I don't know exactly what I would be getting. But I have been thinking about commissioning a set of emotes that are kind of like the slime ones, except they're magma cubes instead of slimes. um, I really would like a magma cube version, or at least of like ones like these. But maybe the whole set. You know, like yeah, who knows? We'll see. I generally speaking, I'm kind of holding off on doing any kind of uh fun purchases or commissions for the stream until I know uh how much or if I need to do any major repairs on my vehicle. So I just got it and it's been cold and I haven't really wanted to be outside a whole lot in the last couple weeks, but right now it's 60 degrees outside right now. Of course I'm streaming at the moment, but um so I'm not going to go out there now, but I do need to inspect my vehicle for um um any potential issues that I might have to get fixed. I already priced my lug nuts are pretty much shot, and I know I need new rotors because the rotors are shot. The lugs are actually like lug bolts, so I got them priced today. They're going to be 65, so that's not too bad. That's kind of what I was expecting to pay for lug nuts, but they're actually lug bolts, which is not a big deal. But that also means I'm gonna have to order them instead of just getting them from like I don't know AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something of that nature. I've got two key fobs, and I actually fixed the spare, so I'm using the spare right now. The face of the first one is kind of messed up, but um, now that I have the spare working, I need to get the main one fixed. Rock Auto might actually, and I also have a Napa Superstore in somewhere in the county that I can finally get to now that I have a car. Between one or both of those, I should be able to get some lug bolts. My car is not it's not rare to the point where I wouldn't be able to get parts. You know what I mean? It's just an older vehicle. Um, let's see. But yeah, I just want to make sure that my car is 100% okay before I start dropping coin on anything else. Never found anything matching rock for quality and value. You know what? That's about as good a testament as I could expect to get for any store. So I might just go ahead and do that. I might look into that right away. All right, that's it on all of the tinted glass down here. It's really hard to see the transition between these, especially in this like monochrome hell of the deep dark. Yeah, that's turning out really well. And actually, for anybody that wants to here, I'll show you real quick what this place looks like without the night vision. Let's just let this oh, hold on. It's this. There we go. Yeah. This is what the the area currently looks like without lighting. So again, I'm trying to keep in mind anybody that would download this world to run through. I want to make sure that there is even and consistent lighting across the entire build, and also around a perimeter of the build as well, so that anybody who wants to could download the world and they wouldn't have to put on any armor to come out here and look at the build. That's the general idea. I would want people to be able to come out here and see the build without without gearing up. Hey, Dataki, what's up, my dude? I love that new emote. It's so goofy, but it's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, I'm back out at the deep dark build, and you might like this. I've started renovating the top here just to kind of look like what it's going to look like underneath, and I've also sketched out. So this is where the floor / roof of the second floor is going to be, and then unfortunately, again, elevators only go 20 blocks in between. So hey, Mithril, what's up, my dude? So elevator blocks only go 20 blocks in between. So I had to do something like this. I still need to work on this little spot here. And then I'm going to have to make some sort of interesting little tower to walk up to this. And yeah, and Mithril, I don't know if you're interested in this, but we were talking in the Minions channel today about how it felt running at the beginning of Minions, and also what a new Minions run would look like in regards to like how many people they let in, what the if there was going to be some sort of experience requirement, and generally how it felt rushing through the beginning of this run, which is Minions 2.0. So yeah, this is my deep dark build, and I'm gonna go ahead and replicate this little feature on the other side, because I'm almost completely sure that it's gonna be at this. It's definitely not. It's definitely not going to be this. So let's go ahead and just switch this out really quickly. I need some cobble. But yeah, like we were talking about, we started here in Minions 20 deep, and we had a bunch of people that were going a bunch of different directions, and we were down to like what 3 or 4 players. We were down to 3 or 4 players by the time we got to LUV, and yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's a shame too, because I hate to see that happen to anybody. That also happened to me. I almost completely stopped streaming for a little while, so I understand. Yeah, things are better for me, like air quotes better. Um, but yeah, I completely understand on life getting in the way. Uh, um, but yeah, 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 yes, exactly. Um, so yeah, I am trying to figure out the geometry of this, and I actually don't know what these corners are going to look like just yet. So I had plotted out this geometry for the corners of this build, but I had plotted this out before I did the elevators. And now that I know that I'm going to have to build a little tower for this elevator, I do want to kind of build a little tower in each of these four corners. And if I'm building that tower in each of the four corners, I don't know if it's going to end up being rounded off like this. Yeah, yeah, it's too much circle for block game. Yes, exactly. So I might actually change the corner geometry here. Um, yeah. You know, Mithril, I don't think there'd be any problem with that. The only issue is that we're in UIV getting ready to go to UMV. So not only are you going to be lost all over again, but we're getting to the point of the game where it's going to be there is nothing to do but wait. Um and that's really unfortunate. That's part of the reason why I'm out here building today is because uh once I do the control circuit for the black hole generator, um I'm gonna be able to print out a bunch of pieces, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of progress done like in one big blast right away. And then it's gonna be the waiting game because we're gonna be waiting on the God Forge to upgrade. We're gonna be waiting on Eye of Harmonies to upgrade, and really there's only going to be like creative building, moving to the new PDEM, which actually I don't know if you've even seen this, Mithra. Hold on a minute. Sophie is making a new PDEM for us that looks really nice. So yeah, look, this is what she built around a space elevator. Like imagine a space elevator that looks nice. This is so nice. She's very creative. And then look at this around the God Forge. Like imagine the rings of the God Forge spinning in this enclosure. It's going to be so damn epic. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. This is going to be so good. Like she's really creative, but you know, unfortunately, she was really busy with school for quite a while. And in addition to that, right at this very moment, she's also a mod in Potatoes Twitch stream, and Potato is doing a subathon. So so she's kind of busy on some Janny shit right now, but it's totally fine. Um this looks really good, and I can't wait to see what her full vision for this build is. And I don't really want to like step on her toes and add anything out here until she kind of lays out the I want her to be able to lay out the floor plan, so to speak, before I add anything. Yeah, I every time I get on there, I always joke around about like I love seeing number go up, and I'm always posting like the timer up from 7TV, and just it's hilarious. I like to see it again. You know, Potato works hard doing what he's doing, and I'm glad he's finding that success. And now that he has found that success, we can rib him a little bit for it. It's so good. But yeah, like he was worried that he wasn't gonna get month 3 of Partner Plus done, and he ended up getting that in like 5 days this month. It was crazy. And then like this is his 5th day of Streamathon, and the timer has gone up every single day. uh uh John might actually get a laugh out of this one. I posted I posted in his Discord that the beginning of Steve Miller's band's Fly Like an Eagle goes through my head every time I see his timer. Anyway, let's get back out here to the Deep Dark. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, and I love some of this detail in here. Like some of these edges and corners are looking really nice, and I really like the way that it looks. Yeah, all of the applied energistic stuff is going to get moved to floor 2, and that way, not only will it not be in the aisle down here, which, you know, it's not a problem necessarily, but it does look a little I don't know. This actually does look like ass sitting right here at the opening. But yeah, exactly, John. And he says he doesn't eat his he calls potatoes his cousins, and he says he doesn't eat cousins, but I bet you his girlfriend's name is Julienne, so you know. I hope he eats some potato. Anyway, we're gonna move the quantum ring and all of the linkages up here to floor 2, and in addition to that, I might actually move the LSC into like a false basement to get it out of the walkway. I don't know about that. Um the um the LSC might actually stay. That's actually funny because one of the one of the subreddits I like on Reddit is I'm trying to think of what the name is, but they say New Zealand is a hoax. So that would be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny to see the Aussies' take on Idaho be similar to everybody else's take on New Zealand. Birds are government drones, yes. Yeah, when a bird flies into a window, it's just testing our defenses. They're testing the fence. It's what it is, you know. Can't trust them. Okay, let me do this other side real quick, and then I'm gonna figure out. Um, so I did this to myself, you guys, and I'm like one of the first people to always say like pick odd or even for your builds and stick with it. If you're going to build in evens, build in evens. If you're going to build in odds, build in odds. Just pick one and run, okay? Why did I pick odds for the long sides and evens for the short sides? Like, what am I even doing to myself? I swear to God, like, if, you know, my brain is literally that smooth. I don't know why I did it like that, but I'm going to have to figure out how to make it, how to give this kind of feel over here on these short sides. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of finagling here. I don't know exactly how that's gonna go, but maybe we'll start plotting that out on this stream. But yeah, did that break? Yeah, it did break. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Probably after this stream. I don't think I'm gonna do it on stream, but I mentioned a little bit ago that the wiki has instructions on how to automate a black hole using red power pieces. And I don't really want to use red power again, but I also don't want to drag my feet on getting our black hole running any longer. And without casting any aspersions, I don't want to wait for anybody else to come and do that job or to throw it in their lap or so on and so forth. You know, because it is just me, Sophie, and HJM on this run at this time. So I'm probably just going to get it done, and I'm going to use the red power circuit, and I'm going to grit my teeth and just make it happen. But with that being said, that does mean that there could be a possibility that our black hole will break anytime we restart the server while a craft is going. And if a black hole breaks, basically we're gonna have to manually close it, and or wait 15 minutes for it to close on its own. So like it could be worse, but I I thought that there was going to be a better way to do it, but I have not found it. And I'm not really that good with open computers. I'm not really good with any of the other circuitry that's available in GTNH. I'm not really that guy. I'm closer to a builder than a tech guy. So yeah. Right, we're gonna leave that there. Let's see what else is good. You know, thinking ahead. You know, like I mentioned, at what really? Where are you? Thinking ahead. I am going to need to decide what I might run for GTNH once the Minions run gets to the point where it's just the waiting game. And if I don't end up doing a Don't Die #2 with John, perhaps might just do some sort of like creative building type thing. I don't know. I feel like I want to do some whatever I do next. I would like to do some building. But I also don't know if I could be the builder. I don't know if I could build fast enough for people doing tech progress to have a place to put that tech progress inside. I don't know if I have that much time to commit at this exact moment, but that should be getting better soon. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the fact that I'm getting back to doing a little bit of building. I miss this a lot. Even if my process is tedious, uh, I really do enjoy creative building. Yeah, it'll be good enough for now. What I really need to do is figure out what these windows over here are going to look like. So if we're going to mimic what we've got over here, first of all, the windows are one block too short. So what does it look like on the inside? See, I kind of want it to stay that way. If I shortened the windows, let's just show what that would look like. I would have to redo all the casement, of course, but that window looks too small for this area. Like, even if I redid all of the casement and all of that stuff, I feel like 2x3 is just not the right size window out here. Like, they could even be like 2x4. These are 2x4. Like, they could easily be like 2.5, 2.6 and still look good in this space. This is just not the right geometry for the size and scale of this build, in my opinion. So we're gonna have to work with it the way that it is, which means any kind of casement is gonna have to come up from the ground level. What I could do is, where are you? Here. And that would be, oh, I don't have any of those pieces. Where are you? Right here. And actually, let me grab a few of those. It's fine. So what would this look like? See, that would be weird, because I would be, if I use that piece, I would be expecting this piece too. But if I did that, that would be weird, especially looking from the inside, because that would kind of obstruct the view of standing on the floor. That doesn't look right. If I was going to do that kind of clipped corner, I would have to plan around that. So let's see. What if we no. What if we it's not right either. Hold on a minute. Let me get my hammer out. Placing these blocks can be a nightmare sometimes. All right, let's break you again. Then how about let's shift on this one? Oh no. I don't think I'm cooking here. I think I don't think this is what I'm looking for. But let's just let's see what it looks like really quickly. See, this panel right here just looks weird. I mean, this is okay, but you see this white line right here? It really annoys me. Even though the white line is right here, it just looks wrong right here. And I was trying to rotate this block to see if I could get a different face, but it's just not going to work. It's not going to work the way I want it to work. But also, um, I need to put something down and not waste so much time dallying on the details. So, that was one of the goals that I had with this build, is to just run with it, put something on the ground, make something that I liked, or that I was comfortable with, and then just get it going. Because I fret over every little detail anyway. It was inevitable, and these actually might only be one long. We'll find out. It is inevitable that I was going to dally and waste a bunch of time on every frivolous detail. But I'm going to try to reduce that if I can. So then that would look like and glass. And then that would end up being, get the blocks. That would tie it into the other side. At least it wouldn't look so out of place being like evens over here. Let's finish this idea and see what it looks like. And then that would be, let's see, be like this. And then yeah, I left myself evens on the ends. I might just have to I might have to resign myself to this unless I can come up with something better. Actually, hold on a minute. Let me try the other piece. I don't know if the other piece is going to work, but there is one other piece that might fit in this space. It's this roof inner corner. Let's see if this could rotate into a configuration that works. It's definitely not that. It's not that either. Hey, you know what? It's actually not that bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's kind of weird because you could see that this texture doesn't line up very well. Man. See, this is the problem with working with a texture like this, especially considering any of these cut pieces of this texture has like a dark side and a light side. Thing and also the actual brick pattern doesn't really line up when the pieces are upside down. I did and I know Ditaki said nope to this statement the other day, but I was like, you know what? I think this build would probably look a lot better in Lave and Celestis, and that's the first time I've ever said that in my life. And I think it was Ditaki that said, nah, no, keep going like this, because at least it's not like a cookie cutter Samsys style build. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. That's the reason why I started in the first place. Might have been, actually, that might have been HJM, come to think of it. Man. All right, we're just gonna go with it. It's fine. And then I'm not gonna fill in this corner because there's going to be some open air in here that I might use for something else. Like I said, I'm planning on making like a diorama or a picture box in here. I just don't know how much extra space I'm gonna have to use. So there might be like a little entrance here that goes around the corner to where the real picture box is. We'll find out. I'm gonna build the interior geometry, see what void space is left over out here, and fill it in with something interesting. All right. So I guess let me replicate this and see if I like this across the rest of this section. All right. Oh, and I also wanted to try one other thing. Oh, let me finish this really quickly. Oh, nope. Derp. And so we do have world edit, and we are allowed to use world edit for creative building purposes. So why don't I just see if this actually works? So let's do we'll copy it at this location, and then we'll paste it while standing at this block right here. Does that actually work? Yeah, okay. All right, that copied pretty cleanly. Okay. All right. What's up, Gunther? Oh yeah. So hold on a minute, because you might not have heard the other half of that. There's 4 diorama windows, and I'm going to make these 4 dioramas. So, like, just for example, the one that's got the moon in it is going to be like moon turf, a couple meteorites, and probably a black anti-block for the sky. Twilight is going to be like light blue anti-block with a canopy tree base, and maybe like one of those deer or rabbits or whatever. The end is going to have a chorus fruit and an enderman, stuff like that. So, but it's good to see you, my guy. Yeah, we're doing a deep dark build. It's very very monochrome. It's very gray, but I think it's turning out pretty well. Given the palette restriction that I gave myself, I think it's turning out pretty well. And then, yeah, actually, I can already do this because this is going to flare out like that. Because it's going to come out at least one more block this way. But yeah, I've been having fun, and actually, while everybody is here, let me show this off really quickly. Oh, actually, let me just do home. Yeah. For whatever reason, I had avoided or forgotten about carpenter's blocks.
So I actually came over here and I was messing around with flower pots, and this is an LSC base block in a carpenter's flower pot, and this is what it looks like for a wedge slope. Like, this looks really cool, and this alone gives me some really interesting ideas for builds. So I might do another creative build where I use a bunch of carpenter's blocks and I use a bunch of Greg Tech blocks in the carpenter's blocks for various decor. And so this is my test up here. Like, you can see, like, this is a redstone lamp, that's a neutronium cell, this is an ME controller, this and this is the base QFT part. Yeah, exactly. That base block is dirt cheap. I could use it for decor everywhere. But yeah, like this is the electrode from the linear accelerator. This is the sterile water plant casing. Just like all of the cool textures that we've got in this game that to this point I didn't even think about using. But I've got some really I've got two brain cells and they're fighting for third place, but I am grinding them together on that idea. So yeah, I've got some really interesting things going through my mind. Whether or not anything materializes and or looks good once it does materialize, it remains to be seen. But yeah, like I've got some things to try. I've really got some things to try. All right, how does this go? It's gonna be not you, it's you. And where are my slopes? Okay. And then slope and yep. And slope. Yep. Yeah, Gunther, you might also be glad to hear that that once I'm done streaming tonight, I am going to do a little bit of tech tonight. I am finally going to get my the black hole generator running. Finally. I couldn't come up with my own control circuit, so I'm just going to use the red power one on the wiki. But it is actually going to be running tonight, actually, for real. So we might be able to print out some gorge pieces. We'll be able to upgrade our coals to UIV, and generally just finally get into UMV for real. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. Yeah, look at the black hole wiki page on Mirahees. There's two different versions. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the open computer version because I'm not that great with OC. Although I have done a whole bunch of the farming robots in the past, I'm still not that good with open computers. And also, both the open computer setup and the red power setup supposedly tend to break if they're running during a server restart. So I'm going to build the red power one because at least that one I would be able to fix when it breaks. With that being said, I absolutely despise red power. It's giving me universal 1.0 vibes, and I don't like it already. I don't like it. But
if Sophie and or HJM aren't going to come on and get that black hole running like yesterday, I'm going to get it running tonight. So it's going to happen. It's just going to be ass. It's just going to be garbage. That's all. I'm actually satisfied with that. It's not exactly what I wanted. Yeah, exactly. And supposedly the boot up cycle should be much better in 2.8. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it will be on a subnet, for sure. And actually each one might be on a separate subnet, but I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh, there's gonna be an ad that's gonna start in 15 seconds. I apologize, you guys. I just saw that. Get a drink, get a snack, get up, stretch your legs, bio break, whatever you need to do. Yeah. But yeah, so for the black hole, I've got 4 built right now, and I already kind of looked ahead a little bit. Like one of them is going to be doing the magneto hydrodynamically blah 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 plates almost exclusively at end game. And then like one or more of the other ones are just going to be general purpose. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. This is okay. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Yeah, I don't mind this. This is not bad. I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where like if at any angle I look at this, I see something that I don't actually I don't really like about the way the blocks fit together, but I don't think I have anything else to use in this specific palette. Um I think I'm just gonna run with this. True, but at a certain point in time, you have to uh the input is capped at 1 billion liters per tick, which is probably a good thing. We're not doing anything close to that, but what I would like to do is just auto stock space time, and then just have it open and close for the batch that it's doing. So um it's I wanted to do. Yeah, exactly. So especially if you're batching out like thousands of singularities at a time, like I feel like we're gonna have to do something where it's like um you know, I don't know what the actual numbers are, so forgive me for just throwing stupid numbers out, but like let's say like make 8,000 iron singularities in 4.5 minutes or whatever it is, then close it and reopen it and redo and do another one. I know that you're working in the millions regime. I know that you're up there in millions. But uh yeah, we're gonna have to start somewhere. Oh, those Eternals are a nightmare, aren't they? And at least right at the very beginning, I might only do uh I might only do recipes in the black hole compressor that absolutely require. Did you? I know you were that close, man. When um I cuz I don't think I've seen you since you got your gate. Yeah, but congrats. And Another friend of the channel, Agelian, also gated around the same time. So congratulations to Gunther, congratulations to Agelian. Fantastic dudes. I like dude, Liminal Industries. That pack looks like so much fun, and I am a create hater, and I would still play Liminal Industries. It looks like a ton of fun. The day after Christmas. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's probably why I didn't hear about it. I think I was dead the day after Christmas. I work in retail, so I the whole week leading up to Christmas and the few days after were just like I didn't exist. Why? Yeah, congratulations. That's really awesome. I'm looking forward to us here on the Minions run getting our gate, and we're also talking about doing Questmaster, but uh, I haven't really done any like progress towards Questmaster in quite a while, so we'll see. Oh, so you built a baby gate. Oh man. Is that where you were talking about how you had to put a block in between and you still needed to craft like 88 more plates or something like that? Yeah, yeah. I remember you talking about that specifically. That's funny. And I know you were probably sitting there like, God damn it, I had one job and I knew what it looked like, and I still did it like this. Basco Burr. It's so great. Hey, and you know what? I'm allowing that. Yeah, Automod, please. Oh man. Do you know how expensive the Stargate was? I didn't have anything left to pay attention. Oh man. But yeah, all's well that ends well, and I'm glad you got it. That's fantastic. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, I don't know if I actually finished that thought, but I'm Liminal Industries, it looks fantastic. So that's cool that you're giving that a go. That yeah, that placed right. Okay. Wow. You here, and then yeah, beveled inner. Place it on that corner. Yep. Okay, that looks good. where are my slopes? Place them on that edge. Yep. Okay. Yeah, their first pack. Yeah. It's pretty well made for a person's first pack, but yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. Mm-hmm. Yep. A cool atmosphere can really cover up for a lot of deficiencies. That is true for better or worse. And where are you? There. You know what? I need more. I need like I need like 3 hot bars worth of slots. I might need to do the there's a thing that you can get where you can like scroll through hot bars. I don't remember if that's in this pack or not actually. I'm gonna have to look to see if we've got that. We've got a lot of new stuff in 2.8. And you. And do I have any more slopes? I do not. Oh, yeah. Hold on. In the end, I got my no crust rewards, no world edit, no home teleportation, get pollution being on, etc. Gate. Yeah, that's why the number of restrictions you had on what you were doing. That was wild. And also no, no wonder it took you. How long did you say that was? Like 2 years? I could just imagine. Was it this side or was it the other side that I was working? Yeah, I need one right here. Okay. All right, that's all glass. Okay, perfect. All right. So 3.5 years. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Um, what version did you start on? Did you start on like 2.1 or something like that? I don't even remember what it was back in 22. 2.3? I know John was doing a 2.3 run for quite a while. Okay, nice. So let's decide what we're doing out here for these corners. Yeah, 2.1 point something. Yeah, yep. Okay, so if I'm modifying the structure because I'm going to have to build some sort of tower here that's going to look vaguely castle-like because I'm building this tower here because of this elevator. I'm going to build little towers on each of the 4 corners up here at the top. And because I'm doing that, I'm not rounding the corners in this certain kind of way anymore, which also means that I might flare them out a little bit extra. So let's start here and you'll see where the original outline of the edge of the wall would have been. And let me just throw some blocks on the ground and see what feels right as far as like how wide I want this to go. I feel like it's this at a minimum. All right, let's mimic this over here. I do think it's gonna be this. And then there's probably going to be like, even if let me get some junk blocks really quickly. Like, even if the wall itself goes across like this, there's probably going to be slopes in this. Are you serious? can't even behave for like 10 seconds. So yeah, it'll probably end up looking a little bit like that. I think that's right. I think that's right. And there won't be any windows over here. But let's go ahead and delete this. And that also means that this might come straight out like dun, 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 dun. But at a certain point, this is also going to flare out like this. I'm gonna have to plan out that geometry a little bit. I don't want to just make that like haphazardly. But yeah, I am definitely liking this, and I'm gonna keep that, so I'll replicate it on the other side. And again, for anybody that hasn't seen me build, this is the reason why I say that my build style is tedious, because I do everything by hand, and also because this build has 2 axes of symmetry. I basically have to replicate anything I do by hand on the other 3 sides right away. So, yeah. Yeah, it does feel good. The reason you didn't hear from me is because of a certain something. That's fair. I'm actually don't know what that certain something is. If you don't want to say it out loud, you can either just you don't have to, but hopefully everything is okay. Let's see. How would this go? So I would want, so I'm doing evens on this side, so maybe maybe this is going to be an even side and then an even side with another little notch. Let me throw some junk blocks on the ground really quick. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it would be like what. No. And then as you can see, this lines up almost perfectly. So that's not really. This needs to be 8. Let's try 8. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's fair. It's not fun being rushed. It's not fun being rushed, and I completely I sympathize with that. Yeah. All right, so that's 8 on this side. So let's do 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that is not cool for real. Everybody gets to play the game the way they want. Oh, that's not right either. What? Yeah, everybody gets to play the game the way they want, and that's why there's so many varieties and so many different ways to run the runs. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, maybe okay, it looks like this corner is gonna be odd. This corner is gonna be odd. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna break 1 to make this 9, and we'll start over. So 9, and then 3. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3. And that's much more reasonable. I can work that in to the wall. Now, does this look right from up top? Eh. In my mind, I had it flaring out a little bit more, but it will, because there'll probably end up being like some detailing like this on the outside. So let me just drop a couple of these. Will you stop? Okay, so actually, okay, that's okay. That's actually probably right. Yeah, that's a lame response, in my opinion. Hmm. So let's see. Let me just make sure that I do actually like this. It would be, where's my blocks at? Actually, what I could do here This would be kind of a cool feature to have in the corners. Yeah, I think I'm going with this. Let me just break all of this. Okay. Oh, and also let me break all of this because I'm not really decided on any of that. So hold on. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This is also 9, but I feel like this should be more like 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's actually extend this to see if an asymmetric corner feels right. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. 14, 15. Let's see what that feels like. No. Okay, yeah. You know what? I actually like that. I already that already feels a little bit better than what I was than the other thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be 9 on the short side, 15 on the long side. And then that also gives me a little bit of room to have fun with these diorama boxes to go all the way around the corner and have some false space in here to use as well. Cuz like just for example, like the I could have them like a moon diorama here, but then I can have a secret passage to go over here and make it look like the moon dungeon. Or for like Twilight Forest, I could have a diorama that looks like regular Twilight, and then have a secret passage to go to like I don't know the Minotaur maze or a Hollow Hill or something like that. I could do some really cool things. I like this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and replicate this all around. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So my opinion about that, if it matters, is like you only badger people if they ask for it, and not, you know, like let's say Potato for example, like he is doing a streamathon, he is trying to do that thing, so I don't feel bad at all about poking fun at the timer going upwards and having fun with him quote unquote suffering from success, or whatever you want to call it. But like, if you're not asking for that type of input, like, keep it to yourself. Like, it's so easy to not be a dick. It's so easy to just not be a dick. It's like you literally have to do nothing to not be a dick. So yeah, yeah, exactly. It requires no effort at all to not be a dick. Okay, so it was 9 on the short side, 15 on the long side. So let's make this happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then excuse you, sir. 2, 3, and then 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could just imagine the just do it this way crowd. Yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately. You know what? I just realized that still doesn't line up. Oh well. Well, I'll figure it out later. It's fine. It's fine. I like this geometry. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. It's fine. All right, that was 3, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yep, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3. Yeah. I could perhaps give another, maybe like another small example, and I hope John doesn't mind. But again, he was playing a 2.3 run for the longest time, and you know, a lot of people would ask him like, "Hey, when are you updating?" And I go, when are you going to 2.5? When are you going to 2.7? Or you know, whatever it was. And I kind of felt bad about that, but also at the same time, it was kind of interesting theory crafting with him about what he could do, like within the setup and within the restraints that he had given himself. And that's entirely fair, John. But yeah, it was kind of interesting theory crafting what you could actually get accomplished in 2.3. That was those were interesting conversations. Because half of my half of my recommendations like, no, that got added in 2.5, no, that got added in 2.4, like, oh man, wait, that multi worked like that in 2.3, what, you know. That, yeah, yes, very very true. I think the people that got gate in 2.3 were like, what, 4 years ago. uh 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's funny, John. Not to laugh too hard, but that is kind of funny. Um, Pollution clause is coming to town. All you have is all you can see is the snow. It reminds me of I was playing on the Stone Legion server, and I had all of my machines inside my clean room. And this was in like early EV. Uh and I had all of my machines inside my clean room, and I put an HV on the EV line and blew half of them up. And I swear to you, like, I just basically AFK'd in my clean room for 2 hours, I think it was, to let the pollution go away, because there was just like nothing to do about it. Um, and I still laugh at that to this day. But yeah, that was rough. Yeah, like 2 hours of doing absolutely nothing just to be able to play again. All right, come on. Really? Okay, interesting. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I'm trying to remember. I think when that happened, the Stone Legion server was still on 2.1 when everybody had already moved on to like 2.4 or something like that. It was way behind. Like there was a time when those guys had just kind of like they didn't abandon the server necessarily, but they definitely weren't updating it, and um I think they were waiting to do new hardware or something like that. They've that whole network has revamped their everything, and actually I have a Steam Age run going on the Stone Legion 26 server. And I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. If anybody wants to join me on a public server, I would let them join me on that 26 run, but I really only log into that like once a week. So it's not like I would actually be there. No offense. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is all right. I do think that this is the geometry I want for the corners. And it'll look even better once I throw down some slopes out here on this outside bit. And also, I do probably need to clear a little bit of this cobble out a little bit further. Yeah, we'll clean up a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. Um Yeah, because there's no multi-block equivalent for the biolab, right? You can't do any kind of like multi-block skip. Yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and let's get a bunch of these slopes and let me slope around this whole outside area and just again, while I'm still in like the design and conceptual phase, let me make sure that this is actually what I want. So let's do one corner completely, and if I like it, I'll replicate it to all four, and then I'll look at it again. And I can always add in other detail in the future. Right now, it's basically just throwing blocks on the ground and getting the base, uh, like the gist of the structure, in place. I might later on break up these slopes just a little bit, but for now it'll be fine. Yeah, PAs were a lot of fun, and actually, for any PA enjoyers, you can have them with Twist Space. Just saying. uh, I've been thinking about doing a Twist Space run for my next run, but I don't know. A lot of things are up in the air right now. I did join a Twist run a while back, but I kind of had a butting of heads with one of the other players, and after barking at him a couple times or a couple days in a row, I was like, man, like I'm an adult, okay? Like I'm a grown ass man. I can't be barking at some kid who's just too excited for the game, going too fast without building infrastructure. And I can't be the old grumpy old man yelling at clouds every single day. I was like, you know what? It's just, it's just not gonna, there was a personality clash, and perhaps it was me that was the personality that was clashing. So I just left. Oh yeah, I definitely want to get Gate here first, and also we are still, at least in theory, going to do Quest Master on this run. But again, that's in theory. We would have to. I say we. It's only three of us playing right now, and none of us are really. None of us are really like truly active right now on this server. We're all still playing, of course, but like we've all taken our breaks. Yeah, you know what? I like that. That's fine. That'll be all right. Yep, let's just run with it. It's fine. The thing the thing I like about Blade Master's run is his crazy pipes mod, or whatever the hell it's called. That cracks me up every time I see it. Um, I'm hoping that I can catch another Blade stream here in the next week or two. Curvy pipes, that's what it is. I want to tell him that he needs to make a heart out of pink pipes for Valentine's Day, just to troll people and have fun. Curvy pipes are funny as hell. It reminds me of sippy straws at times. Like you remember like the old the shit you had when you were a kid. Oh yeah. For anybody that hasn't seen this, hold on. I have to. I'm sorry, Tataki. You might have to close your eyes for a second, but I am going to have to show this for great justice. uh, the most ideal wall share of all time, quote unquote. Yeah, the TTPF of sadness. Yeah. Oh. I was joking around the other day, like if he could figure out a way to put one diagonally, he probably would have. That's hilarious. Oh man. Shit. All right, so let's see. What am I gonna do about so these corners are going to be fine. I've got a basic idea of what I'm going to do over here in this corner. It's probably going to be, again, it's probably going to be like, let me get some blocks up and just, it's probably going to be this over here in these corners. Let's see. We'll leave that raw for a minute. I do need to figure out what this little tie-in here is going to look like. Because hypothetically, this needs to look like this to fit in with the rest. And then from here, it needs to come out a couple blocks Nope, that's not right. Like that. And then come out to meet the wall. I think that's right. All right, let me let's theory craft this a little bit. So nope. Excuse me, sir. Wrong block. Is that right? I don't know if that's right or not. Hmm. I put my thoughts in Minions Run. Okay, hold on. I want to see. Oh, that is genius. That is genius. That's so good. Oh shit. I'm gonna start crying. Oh, that's so good. There is nothing esteemed here. Do not yeah, nothing of value is commemorated. Oh man, that's too funny. Oh, ooh. I have an idea. Actually, I need more blocks. Hold on. Yeah, I have an idea. Get more blocks. I need more of these. Okay. So, I don't want it to just be like this over here on this side if I don't have to. So let's try. So it would be like this. But what would it look like if I did like no. I like it, but it doesn't I don't know if this is the spot to work that detail in. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, unless hold on. Let's play with this for a second. Hold on a minute. What would it look like if I did this? And then did the same thing over here. I think these I think yeah, the texture kind of clashes a little bit. It's not terrible, but I don't think that's the play. I don't hate it though. All right. I guess let's do the tie-in on all the other three sides. I can at least replicate this much. All right, hold on a minute. Okay. So it's going to end up being yeah, there we go, right here. Yeah, it is like that, right? Yeah, and then 3 and then back out. Yep. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, and then womp, womp. No. Let's come from this side. Oh, yeah, it is like that, duh. Because it would be that. Yep. Okay. Now, again, just to just to see, do I like that? Yeah, I like that. It's gonna work. I need to make progress, so it's gonna go. One, two, three, and dun, dun. Yeah. One, two, three. Dun, dun. Why? Why? Sir, why are you the way that you are? Right. Wow. That. Boop, boop. And oh yeah, I need to put the I need to put the rest of the slopes on all around. Okay, yeah, that's why it looked a little weird. Okay. Easy. Damn you. Excuse me, fun is a 4-letter word. Damn it. It's a joke where like most curse words are 4 letters, so you know people will tell you to not use any 4-letter words as kind of a colloquialism, so I take that and I run with it, and I'm absurd with the whole idea, so yeah, because especially while I'm at work, because as everybody knows, working is also a 4-letter word. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of digging this. Yes, I am so glad to be through the holiday season as a retail worker. I am planning on getting a job with my brother who also works in retail, but it's a completely different it's like a completely different vibe. Like they probably make as much in a day as my store does in a month, but they have the people to support that. Whereas at my store, it doesn't matter if it's dead slow or jam packed. There's one manager and one cashier, and you'll never see anybody else in there. Like we can't get district manager in there to save our life. And like like anybody that's had a job for long enough knows, like, you don't really want to see the district manager. I've called her ass at home and told her that we need help, and she doesn't show up. It feels like the chain version of a mom and pop. It really does. Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. Yeah, exactly, John. John gets it. So yeah, so I am planning on switching jobs, but like that, first of all, I had to have reliable transportation, which I'm going to go get my plates tomorrow morning, hopefully. Um, and then like, of course, I actually have to put in the application, go to the interview, get hired. You know, it's nothing is set in stone. Like, yeah, like I actually have to, you know, I'm going to have to go and do the work, but I feel like I can probably get on there pretty easily, especially considering my previous experience. Yeah. 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 Automod is a 4-letter word too. Automod is many 4-letter words. uh, yeah, okay. I do like this. I'm satisfied with the way that this looks. I don't know what the vertical sections of these walls are going to look like just yet, but I am satisfied with this as it sits at this moment. Ma'am. Does Automod need to sleep with mommy tonight? Yeah, yeah, you say that C word in America and like half the population is clutching their pearls. Meanwhile, I'm laughing my ass off. Like I would be the Aussie in America if I could. Like I would, yeah, I would be using that word as every part of speech, if that makes sense. Yeah, all right. I am relatively satisfied with this. I think my brain is a little fried from on doing uh like, I don't know, plotting architecture and whatnot. Um Maybe what I'll do is there's gonna be an ad that's gonna start in 2 minutes. So figure like 2 minutes, then plus 3 for the ad. After that, maybe we'll go back out to the PDEM, and I'll just show, I'll do a little tour of the PDEM, show what we've got going on, and then probably find someone to raid out. Um yeah, this is going really well. I still don't know exactly what this geometry right here is going to be, because hypothetically speaking, it's gonna this is 8 wide, this is 6 wide, and this ideally is only 4 wide. Um, it's gonna end up being 6 with the walls. Like this is 8 with the walls. You know, you guys know what I mean. But yeah. each part of this hallway kind of like pulls in on itself. So getting the geometry of these corners is going to be a little difficult. Like you can see all of these slopes and stuff that's in here. Believe it or not, that took me quite a while to come up with and to be happy with, and still, like, I don't know, it works. It just doesn't it doesn't make me happy. This does not satisfy my inner critic, but I don't think I have the pieces to make what I want. So I'm just gonna let it ride, and these other corners are going to be similar. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't really have the pieces that I want to be able to make the corners and edges that I see in my mind. I'm just gonna have to use what I got. Yeah. But with that being said, yeah, this does look very polygonal, like an old school level, which isn't bad necessarily. It's just not what I see in my mind. Oh yeah, here comes the ad here in a second. So yeah, everybody that needs to get up, stretch, get a drink, get a snack, walk the dog, pet the mom, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, I am satisfied. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, let me waste some time on this because this is annoying. Okay. Oh, I missed. Can I reach? No. Oh, there's more? Man. Where was it? Over here? Yeah. Well, oop, get it there. Okay. All right, and that looks okay. All right, do I got any other weird stuff in the immediate vicinity? I've already broken all of the I've broken all of the aura nodes within eyeshot. I'm also thinking about plucking all of the mushrooms too, because at least hypothetically speaking, they give off a light level of 1, and it would be barely visible within an eye shot of the building itself. Hey, nice. Congrats, John. That's awesome, my dude. Then I need to think about this pillar here. This column might get deleted. You can't really tell, but I've deleted 2 other columns that were a little too close for my liking. Oh, there's a few more of these. Nice. Oh, am I out? Oh, out, and I'm out. Oop. I guess what I could do, I could put a little bit, a few more wireless boosters in this wireless here. I mean, we've got free energy. It doesn't really matter. Like this is only using 200 AE per tick, and it's on a neutronium cell, so it doesn't really matter. I could probably put in infinity of those stupid cards, and it wouldn't matter. Booster. We got 11. Might as well. There we go. That's plenty. All right, now it was these that I was fixing. Cobble. Oh, I already had some. Poop. Okay. Oh, get in there. Yeah, I don't think we ever did a breeder reactor either. I would have to ask, I think I'd have to ask HJM about that, but I don't think we ever made one of those. I mean, I could ask Sophie too, but I think HJM was the one that was doing the reactors. All right, I think that's all of the weird stuff within iShot. Of course, other than if I want to get rid of some pillars. Oh, I'm getting rid of this too. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. Are we back finally? Ah, we're back. Okay. We've been back for a few minutes. Okay. All right. um. Yep. I'm just doing some. I'm just doing some Janny work out here. We're gonna go back to the overworld in 1 second. I will fix these holes later. We're gonna go out to the overworld and do a little bit of a. Not, why do I keep saying overworld? The PDEM. The PDEM. You know, the place that we actually play. Yeah. So, this is what it looks like. It's kind of nice in 2.8. All of the blocks and have gotten a little bit of a shine to them. You know, the journey map looks much better in this version relative to 2.7. So you can kind of see what's going on. This is knack fuel, knack line. These are the nano forges. These are my bonus lines. This is the HJM DTPF monstrosity. We'll go down south first. Which this is one of my many projects that I've been working on lately. We finally have 2, 4, 6, 7 compact fives, and I do have a whole one more built and ready to place. And I've been trying to figure out whether or not I put it over here or if I need to start replacing the compact fours on the DTPF platform. Yeah, I need to start. I need to continue to build compact fives constantly. I'm probably gonna start one of those crafts before I leave tonight. But yeah, I did double the amount of exons that we have making mutated living solder, which is gonna get replaced really soon with QFTs. But for this exact moment in time, yeah, I doubled our MLS output. We have 4 black holes. They are not hooked up. I mean, I wired power to them. Power, I haven't turned the power on yet, but for anybody that hasn't seen one of these, you can put the control circuit in here. Yeah, it's got like a little a hidden compartment. Get up the coil past awakened draconian, by the way. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, actually, these might be hypogen. Yeah, these are hypogen. We do have the next oh wait, do we have the next coil? I think we do have the next coil. It's just too expensive. But it's like space time? Oh, eternal. Yeah. I do believe these are too expensive to make in bulk right now. Yeah. Yeah, these are a little expensive just for right this second. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty soon we're going to be doing all of our solder through a single QFT that's going to run faster than all of these combined. So, yeah. This whole platform is going to end up going not not today, not this week, not next week, but really soon. There you go. Automod, please. Automod, I need you to catch the scammers and the nerds that come in for their first time chat. Not anybody that's been in here for a while that wants to pop off. Like, you can say what you want. We're all adults here. But yeah, so for these black holes, you can stock space time passively because it only uses exactly what it needs at any specific time. But the idea is uh, the each black hole lasts 100 seconds. You insert a black hole opener, whatever the thing is called, and then the instability rises until it hits the 100-second mark, and if you don't close it manually, it will collapse, and the black hole machine won't be usable for 15 minutes. So you also get 4 times parallel if it's under 20% stability. So the play on these is open it, let it tick down for 80 seconds, then run all of your crafts, including giving it the space time, then close it. And I just don't even want to bother. Honestly, the circuit. I tried a couple different ways to visualize a circuit in here, and none of it was to my liking, and I don't think any of it was going to be working right. Um, um, so oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I should mention that you don't have to pause the craft while it's ticking down for those 80 seconds. You want to pause the insertion of space time for those 80 seconds. And yeah, what Gunther just said, the one that's really bad is the magneto hydrodynamically stabilized star matter plates, and you need those in massive amounts. for the end game stuff, and timing the black hole to be able to make those plates properly while it continues to use more and more and more space time for every for every 30 seconds it's open, it doubles the amount of space time it uses per tick or per second. Well, yeah. But what I was gonna get at was, if you've got multiple black holes running at the same time and you're not stocking millions of extra space time, you could get to the point where, yeah, you could accidentally run out of space time if you're running one of those super long magneto plate crafts and everything else that you're running through the black holes all at the same time. Yeah. Well, EOH solves everything. What are you talking about? EOH solves everything. We have thousands of space time. I think we might have hundreds of thousands of space time, but we're still going to be running out. Do we have millions of space time yet? We have millions of space time. Wahaha. Did that? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that got refactored. I know I was going off of the old information. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, we need to get this black hole going, and it needs to be going like 3 weeks ago. And nobody else is going to do it but me. So I'm going to get this working tonight. Probably not on stream though. Other things that I need to do is we have what is this? 16. We have 16 mixers. I'm going to upgrade that to, I think it's going to end up being 144 when it's finally done. But this mixer array needs to get finished. Solidifiers, we're gonna go from 4 solidifiers to 20 like overnight. I kind of wish that they wouldn't have put this stuff here, because I was gonna put solidifiers in this space as well, but it's whatever. I don't care. We're moving to the new PDEM soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter what we put anywhere, to be fair. And then yeah. These are new. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. Output. Where are you input? Oh, input's the other end. Okay, hold on. What are you? Okay. Okay, I wonder if we're moving, I wonder if we're doing this so that we move NAC line, the NAC line accelerators over here, and then do everything else through the QFTs. That might be what that is. Oof. Oh, yeah. It's a little rough right here. But yeah, you can see we've got space sketched out for more QFTs. I did notice somebody on the GTNH subreddit that said they used 20 QFTs for all of the stuff they needed for endgame. So I don't know if that's actually what we're gonna do, but that's at least a number that we can bounce off of. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know if we were gonna need 10 or 100, but he was using 20, and I was like, all right, that sounds all right. Only really used 6. He was using 1 for each thing that he wanted to have passived. Yeah. So he was doing some things. I don't know. I don't even remember who that was, to be fair. I don't think it was I think it was a person that was active on the Reddit forum. I don't think I've ever seen that name in uh what am I trying to say? I don't think I ever saw that name on the Discord or anything like that. Okay, so what are these? Can't tell. Is that all right? Those are UHV caps in there. Okay. All right. So all right. Yeah, we're probably going to have to we're probably going to have to replace these fours. Um okay. Oh well. All right. Okay. We'll look at this later. That's fine. Um or this is old Orproc. As far as I know, old Orproc has been deprecated. Although it does look like, is this running? It's not running. Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, old Orproc is deprecated, and we can start tearing down some of these machines. But also, it looks like this side of the platform is still running on passive stuff, like you see passive stainless. Yeah, we've got a quad doing passive stainless out here uh in UIV, so we're probably gonna have to figure some of that stuff out. We probably don't need any of this anymore. This is bauxite line. Yeah, we definitely don't need this. So I'm gonna tear down more old machinery. I hope nobody is I hope nobody cries too hard about more old stuff getting torn out. But yeah. Well, that is true. That is very true. Um, these are all of the arrays that I built. It's been probably about a month and a half at this point. All of this is fine, other than uh during the update, the autoclave changed its shape slightly. It's got extra blocks on the inside, so we had to go through and fix all of the autoclaves across the entire base. The mega apiary changed its shape slightly. Like two blocks were in different places. So I think HJM actually fixed the mapiaries, so that's pretty nice. He also has he doubled the number of reactors over here, and then he doubled it again. And we're probably, honestly, I think we're gonna have to double it again. So, um, yeah. What are we at actually? What are we at? Yeah, see, total wireless EU. It was at 2.25 to the 10 to the 18 when I logged in this morning, and now it's down to 1.99 again. So, what isn't running again this time? You could see how you could see the NAC 5 is blinking on and off. Does that mean? All right, so 4 is a problem. All right, so 4 is a problem. Three is a What? We're out of 3. What? What? Are you serious? All right, so it looks like we need to up the 3 production because it's not keeping up enough to keep the 4 production up, enough to keep the 5 production up, enough to keep the 5 stockpile up. Because at some point in time, we're also going to have to start making NAC 6. I didn't know if we were going to be doing NAC 6 or not, but somebody mentioned that you need depleted NAC 6 for antimatter, and we are going to end up having to do antimatter eventually. So we might as well plan on doing NAC 6. And yeah, we had like 7 million NAC 5 the other day. We had 7 million NAC 5 the other day, and we had like 2 million of this and 5 million of this. And now neither one of these are keeping up. And this is dropping precipitously. So, man. Again, I it is just the 3 of us playing, and I hate to be a nag about every damn thing, but I feel like I've been telling HJM that he needs to come and look at his NAC fuel setup like every, I don't know, every 4 or 5 days. Like, I'm like, hey man, things are messed up. And oh, you know what? I just realized he did already double this. You know, when I was over here saying that he needs to double it again, yeah, he actually did already. That's what this looks like. This hasn't finished it yet. That's fine. I'll let him finish this build out. I'm not gonna mess with this stuff. It's fine. Um, oh, that's good to know, Gunther. Okay, that's good to know. We're probably going to do it anyway because it does look like it's going to be a pretty decent fuel source for the interim. Oh, I can I want to complain. Like I want to find the management to complain to because this stellar alloy frame box used to look really nice, and now I don't know what this color is, but it's ass. Oh my god, this is so ugly. Like I physically actively dislike the look of this stellar alloy frame box. It's like actually gross, especially next to the blocks or like the other blocks that this that this is in. Like that looks actually terrible. I don't know if it's the wrong shade to go with these other blocks, but like, ugh, gross. Let's see what else. What else can I show off? Yeah, Magic's doing magic things. We're gonna have to refactor Waterline. Again, HJM built the original Waterline, and again, I'm not trying to be the nag of the server, but every time I came on, I'm like, well, we're out of this water, or hey, we're out of this water, or the parallels aren't quite right, and I fixed some of the things as I go, but this is HJM built this setup, and I was gonna let him kind of tweak things. I think he did, but let's just double check what parallels look like, or not parallels, but backstock. Okay, we are building up. Yeah, we were like almost out of 5 and 6 the other day, if I remember correctly. Everything else looks fine. All right. Oh yeah, more of these stellar alloys. Oh my god. And right next to the yellow neutronium coated glass. Oh man. Oh man. Boo. Boo. All right, burn the whole mod pack. It's over, you guys. It's done. It's game over, man. Game over. uh, let's see. What else has changed relatively recently? Hmm. Hmm. I did this on stream the other day. I did a little bit of beamline reno. I was forced to because I had to rebuild the structures. I couldn't quite figure out what blocks had changed, and I was basically so frustrated that I literally used World Edit to delete the shielded accelerator casings that were already placed, and I just ordered like 6,000 more and built new synchros. So, yeah. But at least the wiring looks good. I really need to get in here and put in some lasers, because for anybody that doesn't know, it's the synchrotron that you want to dump the majority of your power into for the beam lines. And right now it's got 4 UEV 16 amp energy hatches, and I'm thinking about going up to like the 256 UIV laser hatches. So I want to dump a ton of power into the synchros to get them to go faster. But, relatively speaking, they go fast enough for now. I also probably need to work on I probably need to work on the coolant circuit if I'm going to run the synchros that fast. So that is something to consider before I actually do it. I finally cleaned out this. This was the original farm area out here in the PDEM, and I think it was HJM. Don't quote me on that, but somebody had turned off all the farms and taken out most of the seeds already. But I went through and I deleted the plots and also most of the attendant hardware down here. Honestly, the only thing that was left was the applied energistics tie-in, and I kind of just ran out of time that day. I didn't want to rip all of this out if I didn't know exactly what was still in use. So I'll look through that again and probably rip out half of that AE gear pretty soon. I think it was HJM that put a whole lot of new drives out here in quantums. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was HJM that did all that. So yeah, that was like 100 new drives of 100 quantum drives. And so yeah, as you can see, our random drives are really pretty clean right now. The same cannot be said for the item storage. I know Sophie worked on this a while back because she was on a break for school and everything, and then when she came back, all of our random item drives over here were all red. They were all jammed and full. So she did some work here, and it looks like actually we've got drives in all of these now too. Okay, all right. So yeah, so I'm assuming that was Sophie came through and added like 160 new drives. That's fantastic. Oh, and you can see like how many tie-ins we've got down there. I'm not even gonna bother going to look at that because, woof, it's a mess. I mean, it works. It's absolutely functional, but man, AE, why you got to be like this? All right. Next up, again, as far as like teardowns are concerned, farming here can get torn down. I want to make sure that Um, I have all of the seeds that we need for Questmaster so that we can finish that page before I tear down the automatic bots. But, you know, with that being said, it's about time to tear down this whole platform. So this is going to be gone pretty soon. I'm assuming that Knackline is going to be gone pretty soon if we're doing everything through these plus a QFT. So that means like the far north platform is going to be gone. Let's get back up here and show that. Yeah, this is the current Knack line right here. So yeah, I'm just assuming that this is going to go away pretty soon. I was going to. This is a. Well, yeah, but well, like I was mentioning, the Sophie. I'm assuming it was Sophie has built some of these accelerators down here by the QFTs. Yeah, right here. And yeah, those are Knack line accelerators. And I'm assuming she's just gonna dump a ton of power into them, whatever it takes, and then run the rest through QFTs. Oh, somebody had a grave down here, so I had some fun. All right. What else is good? Oh, this is I need to ask again. This is another one of HJM's lines, but I believe Monazite Bastnasite line can get torn down, or at least it can soon because I think most of that goes through QFT at this stage of the game. Let's see what else. Yeah, let me get back to talking about this. So, I was planning a giant backvat expansion because this is HJM's backvat setup, and it's adequate, but there is a number of bottlenecks over here, and most of the bottlenecks are the actual like the backvats themselves. So I was gonna do a whole bunch of backvat things in parallel, but apparently we're going to be doing most of our backvat things through a QFT pretty soon. So I think by the time I would even get this thing hooked up and running, the next day, Sophie is going to deprecate it and put it all through a QFT or two. So this whole platform right here might not even get turned on. So we'll see. We've got 3 new algae quads. So I don't remember who did this, but yeah, that's we're doing some things. But yeah, we're kind of in this spot where like we need so many resources, but also at the same time, all of the really cool things are starting to come online, like QFTs and everything else. Oh yeah, HJM built us we have 2 tier 3 PCBs. Yeah, tier 4 QFTs. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. And I think tier 4 QFT is going to require something from the Gorge, if I remember right. There was some reason why we couldn't do it right now. Maybe it was like an I Have Harmony thing, or was it was it Universium? Was it, hold on, QFT? What are you? That is a space-time bending core. What are you? Oh, yeah. Super dense space-time plate. That's definitely black hole stuff, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then what are you? That's a tier 3 QFT recipe. Okay, yeah, we've got some things to do. That's also Shirobon plate. We don't have any Shirobon yet, as far as I know. That might be one of the next things that we do after we get everything done from the black holes. But yeah, we're making some progress, but you know, it's piecemeal and it's kind of a little bit scattershot progress, a little bit of like a stuttering start of moving forward, but we are moving forward. So that's all that matters. I do think I'm gonna find somebody to raid though, really quick. Oh, who do we got online? Hey, Potato's online. Yeah, not really. um, let's see. We got Ziska, 3J, Goo. Okay, I haven't rated Goo in a long time. Let me see what he's up to. He's only an hour in, so I think let's raid Mr. Goo. What's that, Gunther? No, that is kind of funny actually, because I did see that he's on a new run. So yeah, that is honestly pretty funny. I will most likely be streaming tomorrow, and most likely tomorrow's stream will be more tech and less building. But you know, everything is still kind of up in the air still. So, with that being said, I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you when I see you. Have a good night, you guys. Peace.